Call on Yahweh by Hashem Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, and the name Shai. You know what I'm saying? We on a part 3 of the Maccabees and the changing of laws of Israel. So we're going to continue, you know what I'm saying? Chapter 2 of Maccabees, verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jorib, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons: Jonan, called Cadiz, Simon, called Thassi, Judas, who was called Maccabees, Eleazar, called Avarin, and Jonathan, whose surname was Apis, because the real names, you know what I'm saying? So my name is Halal Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? And spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Being a part of the children of Israel, giving me a Hebrew Israelite name. So my name means praise Yahweh. So, you know, you can call it Halal means praise, you know what I'm saying? Or Halal, praise, you know what I'm saying? So, but in the white man's world, you know what I'm saying, they call me Chris, you know what I'm saying? And Chris is a white man name. You know what I'm saying? Chris is a American name, you know, but my name is actually called Halal Yahweh, and, you know, the Greek, Paleo-Hebrew sense, and the Hebrew sense, getting back to my Hebrew roots, me being an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? So now in the days that they was living, it was the same way. That's how you know we the true children of Israel, because he said he had 5 sons: Jonan, called Cadiz, Simon, called Thassi, Judas, who was called Maccabeus. Their names was changed. Eleazar, called Avrin, and Jonathan, whose surname was called Apis. It says, and when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me, wherefore I was born to see the misery of my people. You see that? They know reincarnation, like, oh shit, we nigga, we get to a certain age and certain time to where the memories come back. We understand the Bible and all of that. We come back and be like, damn, was it like this in the past life? Yeah, it was like this in the past life. Like, oh shit, like it's still like this in the next life. Like, damn, like this shit's fucked up. We got all these white people running around just killing us whenever they want. You know what I'm saying? Fucking our people is just wicked and homeless and doing slavery jobs for these people. We no longer in rule. We know who we are. We the princes of the earth. We the queens of the earth. We the kings of the earth. We Yasharala. You know what I'm saying? That means prince of the power. You know, prince of Yahweh Hashem Shai, in the name Yahweh Shai, man. But we bums, nigga, like we bums, man. Like, you gotta understand the irony in all of this. Like, yo, like, to know that secret and to know that truth about us, like, damn, like, man, like, we fell far, we hit the ground, like, we were angels, like, lifted up, flying through heaven, you know, had all kind of powers and abilities. How in the hell did we end up on the ground in the dirt? You know what I'm saying? No powers, you know. We don't tell people what to do. They tell us what to do, man. We getting ran over by women. You know what I'm saying? Our enemy is in rule, making the dumbest decisions, and we ain't got no choice but to follow. Like, it's a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, that come to knowing the word of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the name Yahushai, to know the truth as it is. It's like, damn, like, man, it's so bad. It's like, can we just skip to being in the kingdom of Israel? For real, that's some real shit. Like, can we just get to the New Jerusalem already? Like, damn, we got to go through all of this. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, you know, like, man, like, damn, man, I done have multiple past lives, and it was like this. You know what I'm saying? The way the world is now, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm born and I'm remembering all that, and the Most High is giving me the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of knowing who He is. And like this man said, it says, and when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me, wherefore I was born to see the misery of my people. Because it wasn't his second go around. He like, damn, like, did this shit happen in the past? Like, this shit is fucked up. Like, it's been like this? Shit. It says, and of the holy city, and to dwell there. It says, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, into the sanctuary, into the hand of the strangers. Her temple is become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All nations, they came and they robbed us and they killed us and they murdered us, man. And remember, all the nations belong to the white man, so they all came and jumped us and took our shit. You know what I'm saying? Put us into slavery, triangular slave trade, had us building up all the cities around the world, and mainly the bulk of us is in America. Okay, so that's what he talking about. You know, back then it was kind of the same way too. It was horrible, horrible. You know. Why you think the white man is getting cussed out right now, being exposed on a high level? Even the nations are remembering that shit. Like, okay, who around here starting all of this shit and doing all this horrible discrimination? Oh wait, it's this fucking white man that's doing all this racism. It's a lot of nations that are becoming more and more of aware. You know what I'm saying? That this white nigga is the devil. He out here starting shit. He out here doing discrimination. He out here playing with chemicals and plagues. You know what I'm saying? This nigga keep making bigger and bigger fucking guns. Like, damn, nigga, like, what you trying to do? Fucking, and that's exactly what he doing. Gonna blow the whole world up with gonna shoot the whole world up. And he got big bullets, my nigga. Big ass bullets all the way from your pistol to the fucking nuclear bomb. Nuclear bomb is a big ass bullet, man. Fuck the whole world up, man. That's what he trying to do. So everybody's starting to come into realize, like, okay, it's a fucking white nigga really running around starting shit. Like, wherever he goes, he starts shit. He blowing shit up. He tearing shit apart. Oh, this nation did it. That nation did it. And I declare war on them. And it's World War III now. You know, it's the white niggas doing that shit, man. You don't see no black nigga leading a whole bunch of black people into World War III and shit. Starting wars and starting woes. No. We know who doing all this shit. We know. You should look at the list of World War I and World War II. It tell you all the main people that had a lot to do with the World War. And it was not a single black man that was a commander, a chief, a czar, you know what I'm saying, a president, a archduke. They was all white, man. It was all white, nigga. All white. And it was starting shit, major shit. So it says, and all her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bond slave. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. It says, to what end, therefore, shall we live any longer? Exactly. You might as well just die now. Hopefully, the next 10 to 12 years, when we come back, or however long the fourth generation, when they do come around, however long that is, nigga, when we come back, hopefully it'll be better, you know? It says, to what end, therefore, shall we live any longer? That's some real shit. Why would you want to live in this horrible world? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to stick here and stick around and see this white man do all this wicked ass shit? I don't know. It says, then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore. So they knew the truth. They read the Bible. They was men of the Lord. And they saw that shit and it was like, damn, this shit is fucked up. It says, and then meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city Modin to make them sacrifice. And when many of the Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers to Mattathias on the wise, thou art a ruler. It says, and an honorable and great man in the city, and strengthen the sons and brethren. Now therefore come thou first, and fulfill the king's commandments, like all the heathen have done. It says, yeah, and the men of Judah also, and such as remained at Jerusalem, so shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall every one from the religion of their fathers, and gave consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. Yahweh forbid that we should forsake the law of the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion either on the right hand or the left. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar which was at Modin, according to the king's commandments. They was all praying and worshiping false gods. And when the real men of the Lord saw this, you know what I'm saying, they was like, hell no, we ain't gonna do that shit. And he told the white people that he's like, I ain't about to worship your God. I'm gonna stick with my God. I'm gonna stick with Yahweh Shemel Shai and my fathers and keep the original law. I'm not about to worship y'all gods. And they said, we'll pay you if you worship our gods and you go to the king's commandments. We will pay you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, nigga. And I don't want to be y'all friends neither. They'll pay you to be friends, to bribe you any kind of way, any kind of temptation to get you to go off from Yahweh Shemel Shai. So it says, which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to shew his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. It says, and the king's commissioner who, and he went and he killed, he even despised the wicked 2/3. Wicked 2/3, they're gonna be getting killed by the men of the Lord. If wicked 2/3 come and they don't have that mark on their forehead, they don't have the knowledge of Yahweh Shemel Shai, in the name of Yahweh Shai, the real prophets and the real men of the Lord, we gonna most likely 9 times out of 10 we're gonna be killing our own people when this time happens. He killed his own people, that his own brother, you know what I'm saying, like neighbor, you know what I'm saying, he killed them for worshiping them false idols, man. That's how angry he was. It says, and also the king's commissioner who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of Yahweh, like the Phoenicians did unto Zambri, the son of Salem. It says, and Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whoever is zealous for the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city, because they knew that the people was coming. So it's like, man, just grab your bags and all that and take what you got and let's get the fuck out of this satanic city. It says, then many through that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there, but they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because afflictions increased sore upon them. Now when it was told to the king's servants, and the host that was at Jerusalem in the city of David, that certain men who had broken the king's commandments were gone down into the secret places in the wilderness, they pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them, and they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day. They came on a holy day, you know what I'm saying? And like today is like one of the high holy days, or most likely it's the Sabbath day. And they came when it was in the darkest of night. They came out of the blue in the middle of nowhere, where the children of Israel was at, in the wilderness, in the forest, you know what I'm saying, hiding, doing what they got to do. And they came after them. And that's how it's going to be for us in the end of days, which are now. A white man going to come after those of us that got the spirit, you know what I'm saying, on us to do the work. And, we done everything that we could to show you how that we love them. So we going to be happen to be running and being pilgrims on the earth to get away from these wicked ass white people, because they're going to come for us in groups and bands, and we're going to have to get on, man. That's one thing that the Most High is saying. Lead a city. When all this shit start going down and this mayhem start happening, the Most High gave strict orders. If you love Yahweh Shemel Shai and your name Yahweh Shai, and you heard the voice of the Lord, that's the voice of the Lord too. God going to be like, get your ass out the city. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? It may be well with you that the Lord's Spirit is with you. You get you a little bit of food, get you a little bit of water, and get the fuck on, man. Because you ain't gonna want to be here. You're not going to see all that mass death. You're not going to see all that martial law. And when they lock down the city, you can't get out. You need to be outside of the city when these things happen. So it says, and they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. But they said, we shall not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the place where they lay hid, but said, let us die in our innocency. Heaven and earth shall testify us that ye put us to death wrongfully. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath and slew them with their cattle, with their wives and their children and their cattle, to the number of 1,000 people. Now when Mattathias and his friends understood hereof, they mourned for them right sore. So the white man didn't care. He'll kill your babies. He'll kill your kids. You know what I'm saying? He killed the animals. He stole their resources. He burned them down. And you know what I'm saying? They fought what they could, but they couldn't overtake, you know what I'm saying, the Edomites. And the Edomites had ended up killing a lot of our brothers and sisters and running them through, man. And these stories is real, man. They real. They exist to this day. We see it all the time, every day. So you can't fucking lie, man. You can't fucking lie. There ain't no white on white crime in this book. It's racist fighting racists, man. Two different races fighting each other, man. That's exactly what it's about. They got movies of Apostle John and all that. They got movies of Apostle Paul, you know what I'm saying, and them being white and all of that. And that's wickedness of in itself, you know what I'm saying. They wouldn't do it in the black version, you know what I'm saying. They wouldn't do the Passion of Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, in a black version, you know, because it will cause a movement. It will make the children of Israel real angry and run up on them niggas. It'll be riots spilling out in the streets and all of that. That's why they don't allow you to see certain movies. You gotta be able to have an imagination and discern for yourself, you know what I'm saying, and allow the Most High to put that spirit on you to, you know what I'm saying, put your fucking glasses on and see the shit. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is full of color, man. The Bible is full of color. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is a Negro book. That's what they say. And it is true. It's true. Because this shit is awfully familiar. It is. It's awfully familiar to them. Thousands and thousands of slaughters. You look into 100 Years of Lynching, that book, thousands and thousands of slaughters, over 100 years of slaughtering. Okay? So it says, and one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth. At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against him, neither will we die all. It says, as our brethren that were murdered in the secret places. It says, then guess what? Peep the secret places. So it had to be some Israelites that despised their own brothers and sisters and sold them out, allowing these Greeks to come in and to rob them and to kill them in their secret places during the Holy Sabbath when they trying to respect Yahweh Shem Yahshai Name Yahshai. You got a lot of our brothers and sisters that's like that don't want to see the end of the world, that don't want to see, you know what I'm saying, the lost chance, that don't want to see them fall because they making money with the white man. We friends. I don't see how you not friends with them. They despise, you know, Great Millstone and the prophets and those of us that follow them, because we know that the world is about to change. We want the world to change. We want Yahweh Shai to come and destroy all this. You know what I'm saying? We want Yahweh to make a new world. And they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They scared of it. They don't want it. They don't want to see it happen because they feel like they got a nice, comfortable life here. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the secret places, you get it? Somebody had ratted them out, and them niggas went and raided them niggas. That's why it's good to be by yourself. Sometimes it is good. A lot of the children, the men of the Lord, and I admire them, you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find them by themselves. If they not in groups preaching, they on their own. You know what I'm saying? Because when you on your own and you by yourself, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the Lord, and during that time, like there's a saying that Apostle Tahar said. It said it take 25 years just for you to know a man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really know a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And even that, you gotta make sure that you know this nigga, that he down. You know what I'm saying? And that he gonna ride with you to the bitter end. Because me, as far as I'm concerned, if you look around me, ain't no other men of the Lord around me. You know what I'm saying? I only just watch the ones that's on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And I do the work on my own. You know what I'm saying? And I follow Great Millstone in the spirit. Even though I'm not with them, I still follow them. It's ain't no men of the Lord around me. That's a part of my family and all that. I'm the only one that admire Yahweh Shem Al Shai and the name Al Shai. I'm the only one that pray. I'm the only one that's trying to do videos and do the best that I can and serve the Lord. There's nobody in my family that believes in Yahweh Shem Al Shai like I do. You know what I'm saying? That got compassion, that care. You know what I'm saying? That came back to worship. You know what I'm saying? That came back begging for mercy. I think about Yahweh every day. You know what I'm saying? I think about Yahweh Shai. I think about the angels. I think about the spirit world. I think about the world around me. I do care about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on around me, my tomorrow, what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? These events, these prophecies, I am circumspect of all these things. I believe in all that. You know what I'm saying? And people will call you a nut and that you crazy and shit. Like, bitch, you a crackhead. You are a weed smoker. You know what I'm saying? You just a fucking stupid high school graduate. You old. You know what I'm saying? You believe in fucking, you know what I'm saying, in idol worship. You churchgoer. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all crazy in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all crazy. Y'all don't want to change. Y'all don't want to convert. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all actually the crazy motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is saying they're insane. You're not insane. You come back to your right mind. You know, you go back to your Habashim Shem Al Shai, the name Al Shai. You love the Lord with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. And people are dare to call you crazy. No, you look at them and you finally realize, since you out of the matrix and you out of the box, they are crazy. You know what I'm saying? But with my point being said, not to go off on my point, you can't trust niggas nowadays. You can't trust a lot of niggas nowadays. It is good to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be 100% real on that. You know, you might feel a little bit lonely, you know what I'm saying? Hey, go get you a female to lay with, you know what I'm saying? To go kick it with or talk to, you know, but 9 times out of 10, you know, me and my adventure, I'm by myself, you know? It might seem lonely and all that, but I'm safe, I'm fine. I got Yahweh Shem Al Shai and the name Al Shai with me. I got the Lord with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm fine. You know, everybody else can just go kick rocks. I'm not going to feel bad, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, oh, Chris, why don't you have kids? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you have a girlfriend? Why don't you go and live your life? And why don't you have a nice high-end paying job and all of that? You know, and the Most High have put me in a category to be below. Like, I'm not, the most accomplished nigga. You know what I'm saying? The most impressive nigga. You know, the richest nigga. No, I'm not. I'm actually in a low state. I'm actually in a low place. You know, I don't have money. I'm struggling. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the best that I can to stay, you know what I'm saying, you know, in the game. But at the end of the day, like the Lord say, live your life as simple as you can. We come into a time to where when the collapse comes, it's going to be so great and terrible, you're going to be glad to let go of the shit that you got, because it's worthless anyway. The only thing that's really valuable to me is the Bible. And Yahweh Shem Al Shai, Name Al Shai. That's the only thing besides all my food, you know what I'm saying, and all my clothes, you know, and probably a little bit of my artwork that I'm going to take, and my weapons and all that. That's all that actually mattered to me, was the word of Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? The word of the Lord. You know, that's all that mattered. So that's all I'm going to take. My cars, you know what I'm saying? My money, you know, my clothes, my family, you know what I'm saying? My friends, none of that shit mattered, man. None of it mattered. And I'm willing to leave it all behind to go be with the Lord. And I ain't got no friends. My family that have moved on, you know what I'm saying? They think that the world is a big, beautiful ass place. You know, why would I want them, and they had a weak ass will, to be traveling with me? You know what I'm saying? So they can expose me and all that. Oh, one of these motherfuckers have brought a phone, you know what I'm saying, with me to my little hideout, you know, or somebody done got chipped, you know what I'm saying, and they got the fucking UN troops following us. You see them coming in the distance of the desert. That's why I said secret places, you know, because they didn't, during the ancient times, you know, you had a lot of Israelites that would rat their own brothers and sisters out and go and report to these Greeks, and they would come and they'd be like, oh, here it is. I told you, just like I promised. And they'd give them a bag of money, some Judas Iscariot shit, man. Give them a bag of money and then go and slaughter their people and burn them down and kill them, man. So that one right there, is that shit was fucked up. It says, Where did it say that? I'm looking for it. I'm looking. It says, at that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against him. Neither will we die all as our brethren that were murdered in the secret places. Because somebody had ratted them out, man. Betrayal. Then came there unto him a company of Assyrians, who were mighty men of Israel, even all such as were voluntarily devoted unto the law. Also they that fled for persecution joined themselves unto them, and were a stay unto them. So they joined their forces and smote sinful men in their anger. So they was catching these a lot of wicked two-thirds. Back in those days, they was catching them slipping and killing them, catching them in the act of worshiping. You know what I'm saying? They preaching different doctrines. You know what I'm saying? Catching sodomy. You know what I'm saying? In the action, pulling them off, killing them, murdering them. You know what I'm saying? They was catching these wicked ass two-thirds and killing them, man. Back in those days, it says, and wicked men in their wrath, but the rest fled to the heathen for security. Then because they were going to hide behind the white people, thinking that they were helping. They ain't no fucking help. But back in those days, you could, you know. Somebody call the cops. They're trying to kill me. That's the same thing that they did back in those days. Same shit. It says, but Mattathias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars, throwing away all those fake idols, man. It says, and what children soever they found within the coast of Israel uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly. It says, they pursued also after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hands. Them niggas that be talking all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? All the way to the white people that be talking shit. They wouldn't found them in the ancient days and killed them and got them off the land. So it says, so they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles and out of the hand of the kings, neither suffered they the sinner to triumph. Now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, because he did it all his whole life he was going out there to go kill them wicked ass niggas and stop them for bringing shame to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, name Yahushai, and he went and killed all them Greeks and all them white people that was ruling over them. And he did it his whole life. His whole life was about him killing them white folks, literally. So it says that now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength, and the time of destruction, and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their name, so shall ye receive great honor in an everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? And it says, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. And then before that it says, now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so ye shall receive great honor and an everlasting name. Meaning that now today we know, legends, man. Legends. Maccabees in them as a legend. Mattathias is a legend. It's 2022, nigga. It's a whole 1,000 years later. Damn near, 12 to 18,000 years later. You know what I'm saying? And even beyond that time, we still talk about the legends and the prophets and the great heroes of our nation. Like Judas Maccabees, the Mattathias, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, King David. You know what I'm saying? The greatest of them all, Yahushai. Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Daniel. I think his name not Meshach. Daniel and Azariah and what's his name? I just said his name, I forgot, but it's the other children, the holy children, that walked in the furnace. Job, you know what I'm saying? What's another? Paul, writer, you know what I'm saying? James, you know what I'm saying? John, the great revelator. Elisha, you know what I'm saying? What's another one? What's that guy's name? Job and Jonah. You know what I'm saying? Legendary Jonah. You know what I'm saying? And other heroes. You know what I'm saying? That's still mentioned all the way to 2022, man. That all the way to 2022, they've been remembered and they've never been forgotten. So call on Yahweh Shem Shine and name Yahushai. This has been, story of the book of the laws. I'm trying to keep it short, simple, and sweet. And straight. Straight to the point, not too long. I know how I do it. I do a whole hour or two, just me going in on this to the best that I can. So I'm trying to make it short, straight to the point. This has been the laws, you know what I'm saying, and then the battles between, the white man and us, the chosen children of Israel. But first and foremost, I'm gonna call it the changing of the laws, the Apocrypha and Maccabees. And with that, calling Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Kakodash, and the name Shai, Shalom, good night, and happy high holy day, happy Sabbath to Yahweh, and amen, and good night to those of you that are listening and that do their study and did come back to Yahweh. And we are the children of Israel. And with that, shalom.